Hearing item is the Watergate Shopping Center ESPT at 2322 Powell Street.
I'm going to have to excuse myself.
Thanks, Marie.
And
going
for the
home?
record, I don't have to recuse myself. Is that correct?
He's in Watergate, but at the far opposite end.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is a fairly simple project. The applicant is proposing to establish an office for a physical therapist office in an existing suite in the Watergate Shopping Center. The Watergate Shopping area was constructed in 1972. The market and the first floor of the strip here, and then the second floor was added on sometime in 1986. So the construction took place prior to the zoning ordinance, which went into effect in 1988. This area is zoned MU, mixed use, and all uses that are permitted here are subject to a conditional use permit. As a new use, this project requires a conditional use permit. There are no exterior changes, so all that is in front of you is a conditional use permit. We believe that the proposed use can be supported, and it's compatible with the existing uses here, which includes a dentist office, there's a small pizzeria, there's a UPS, and there are general offices. As a new use, it needs to comply with the parking, and we believe that the parking requirements are met. So if there are any other questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Would the applicant like to speak at the end of this? Sure, please. Before we open the hearing.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Maru. Very nice. I'm Bob Baker, and I own Emeryville Sports Physical Therapy. I've been in Emeryville for a year and a half at the public market, and it's a successful business. It needs more capacity. I checked with insurers in the community, Aetna, Cigna, Blue Cross, and they advised me that it's slightly better in the Watergate area because it forms over a 3-mile distance from any other practice that provides for that type of insurance. And so I'm on most of the other plans. So that's what directed me over there. So this area basically has great parking. The facility has minimal changes. I already service clients from Watergate, Pacific Park Plaza. I work with Chiron on Wellness, the city of Emeryville. Also service Oakland and Berkeley. I did want to make just a comment to the commission. Emeryville is booming residential, and the employer community seems to be growing as well. And I've set up physical therapy practices around the country, maybe 80 of them in the last 4 years. Now, this is my home and this is my practice, but I had a job where I just set up PT practices. So when a community hits about 10,000 in residents, it becomes a community that really needs physical therapy practice. You see the medical community start to blossom. And just as a special note, we have medical hubs in Oakland around Webster Street and Alta Bates in Berkeley. And I think that we're going to see more medical practices coming into the community. And I've been here for a year and a half, and I came in when Emeryville Occupational Medical Center moved in, which is doing very well. So just as a point aside, I think it's very healthy for the community. And I really like this location by Watergate. It's very medicinal. It's very calm. It's serene. The air is clean. It's a nice community. And
there's already a dentist there.
There's already a dentist there. That's right. So that was just my note I wanted to make, and I'm willing to field any questions you might have.
Any questions?
No.
Carol?
Oh, I was just going to say, Commissioner Lutz, Charlie and I have been debating for the last couple of minutes about 300 feet versus 500 feet, and we think the regs have changed, and I believe it's 500 feet, so just to be conservative.
I thought you were talking about Murray.
No. Oh, never mind. You're fine.
Right.
Far, far beyond the 500-foot limit. Charlie was telling me you were within 500 feet, but apparently he wasn't telling me that. So you're fine. I apologize.
You can stay.
Good.
Okay. Any questions of the applicant or staff?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak on this item? Seeing no one, let's close the public hearing.
Move approval.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Thank you.
Great. Owens and
Lutz.
Let's.
On the motion, Commissioner Brooke.
Aye.
Commissioner Lutz.
Aye.
Commissioner Owens.
Aye.
Commissioner Troiting.
Aye.
Vice Chair Jeffrey.
Aye.
Chair Martin.
Aye.
6 ayes. The application is approved.
Welcome.
I would say welcome, but you're here already, so welcome.
As a
to
matter
your
of fact,
new-
can we get you to help us out a little here?
I really got a bad shoulder.
Let's see, Commissioner comments. We actually have a specific item here under Commissioner comments with a request from the Economic Development and Housing Department for comments on the proposed EPA Brownfield Program grant application. And I see that Ignacio is not here. So you're going to take any comments we might have, Charlie?
Any comments you may have, I will pass on to Ignacio.
I do have a comment. I think it's great. The program's great. I know Doyle Street Neighbors has written several letters in support of cleanup and grant applications and site assessment applications. I would like to suggest under item 1B for the hazardous materials portion of the site assessment grant that possibly looking at the railroad property on the west side of the Sherwin-Williams property, which is being considered as a potential park site, maybe something that we would want to use some grant monies to investigate for site assessment purposes.
Actually, sort of along those lines, at the very foot of Park Avenue, which is being considered as a plaza,
Right.
may well be another place
Right.
to look at.
I think, does the Park Avenue street improvement include that area? Because that's already listed there.
Yeah,
Do you
I
think
believe
That
it
could be.
does.
It might
That could be.
include
Yeah.
that area
yeah.
already,
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Whatever we can do to get some money to help out down there would be wonderful. That means we can improve that much faster.
And then there's a blank for the grant for site cleanup. I know there was actual some cleanup, about 200,000 worth of cleanup at the Dutra site. I would be surprised if that covered everything. So if there's no other specific site, I'd like to see any additional monies applied to that future park site as well, or to any other park site in the city that may need attention.
Okay, thank you.
Any other suggestions on that? Request for comments?
I have-
Any other commissioner comments?
I have another comment. I just wanted to ask of staff that for our next planning commission meeting, they come back with a report on the status of this tree coverage issue over at the East Bay Shopping Center.
Right.
I understand that the council directed staff several months ago to begin to explore that, and I just wanted to have a report on what the status is.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I know that a consultant has been retained, and I don't know when the consultant's work is supposed to be done. So it could be, if he's done with his work, it could be an actual report. I think it's unlikely that it will be done that soon. It
Maybe
might
we could
just
at least
be-
get a report on the status,
Sure. So it might be very brief, though.
just so we know something's happening.
Good point. Thanks, Patty. Any other comments? I do one other thing. Tuesday, November 12th, is Election Day.
November 2nd.
Second.
No, November. November 12th is good. That's when you should vote.
Yeah, all right.
We're
Thanks,
all in
Chris.
big trouble. Supreme Court will be
Local,
deciding.
state, and crucial national elections. I hope everybody goes out and votes on Tuesday, November 2nd.
Agreed. Here, here.
With that, let's...
Necessarily for your candidate.
Right. Understanding that. With that, let's close the meeting.
Thank you. What a cracker.
Day to vote.
Will Jim be surprised?
Well, you're wearing a goddamn thing.
I've worn this.